Hey guys, it's Schwell. Past couple of days I've been working on some guns. We got a game coming up at Waynesboro, the paintball, with 6mm junkies. And my daughter is now addicted to airsoft. So I've been working on guns, lightweight guns that I can build with spare parts that I have. And I have tons of spare parts laying around the house. So all of my spare parts are mostly M4 parts. So my first gun that I had, I don't think I have a video on it, this was a JG M4 system, plastic body. I bought it off of Craigslist for like 40 bucks. This was back in 09, early 09, my first airsoft gun, before I made the decision to go ahead and stay heavy into the sport. But this gun had been sitting around, just the body. I had gotten rid of everything else. I don't have the S system front end on it anymore. But what I did have was some ICS front end pieces. This was from my ICS pistol, and I would use this body as an experimental to experiment with my paint jobs. You know, so this thing just sat around a lot, doing a whole lot of nothing. Well, with my daughter wanting to play, she had been using my JG G36. It had the metal front end, so it was kind of heavy once I put a battery on it. You know, she's 14. She's a little on the small, petite side, so I figured let Daddy do the right thing and build her a nice light gun. Enter this. I realized that it had a plastic body, so I was like, plastic body, let me go ahead and put a new gearbox in here, upgrade the thing, and let's see what it does. So I've been working on it for the past 2 days, and I finally finished it last night. Every time I would assemble it, I would have jamming problems. But I'm starting to think that those jamming problems, well, the first time was the shim job. It was just a little too tight once the gearbox was tightened down. When I do my shim jobs, sometimes I don't tighten them down as much when I'm testing the gearing. So when I go to put it back in the gun, sometimes it doesn't work, so I end up having to take one more shim out. So after a lot of that, it still was giving me problems, and then I realized it was my battery. I had just bought a new battery off of Amazon, a 9.6 volt, that I was going to use primarily for testing guns. Turns out that my smart charger is not so smart. Overcharged the battery the first time I used it, so I'm guessing that there's something wrong with it, because the battery was burning hot when I unplugged it. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to use my LiPo charger, which is also a smart charger in a sense. It does NIMH and iCAD, all of that stuff. So I'm going to use that from now on. The battery was only $7, so it wasn't too much of a loss. With my LiPo hooked up to this gun, it screams. But this gun is not built to be LiPo ready. There is no MOSFET. The wiring is just some cheap $6 wiring that I got off of eBay out of China to get the job done, because I wanted to get it done quickly, and I use those wiring harnesses for minor repairs and things of that nature. I usually only buy them to take the wires off of them because they're already pre-cut. But here's my trusty old 9.6 volt battery that I usually use. This one was just getting a little too bulky, so I decided to switch to the other one, but here we are back to this again. But this gun has a D-Boys motor in it, one of those stock D-Boys motor. Classic Army gearbox with some matrix gears in it that I got from Evite sometime last year. They were brand new. I just threw those in here. Those are standard ratio. Like I said, the wiring harness is in there from eBay, $6. And everything else is just stuff that I had laying around. And here's the shooting. Right now, for some reason, even with this, I have this hooked up correctly. The selector switch is not working correctly. You know where that little spring is inside on the outside of the gearbox. That little selector that it's supposed to move is not moving correctly. Even I went in, took it apart, shimmed it, sanded it down a little bit, put the screw back in, made sure it was loose enough to where it could be activated by that spring. But after you put the gun together, it still doesn't work. But semi-auto is not really something that you're going to be using. I have no idea how hard this gun is shooting as of yet, but with the soda can test, it was able to put a hole through the bottom of the can, but the BB didn't go all the way through. So I put it in the 350 to 370 range. But here's just a couple of quick bursts, so because you know I'm starting to get away from dry firing if I can avoid it. The silencer is made out of PVC, 2 layers of PVC, a small one to tighten everything up. And if you look, you can see down where I have a flash hider that's glued into the PVC, and it just screws onto the gun. I don't know if the camera is getting the sound, but when I shoot this in my garage or outside, this thing works just like the Noveski amplifier. I mean, this thing is loud. I haven't put any baffling or anything in there, and I don't plan to do it. I may, just to make it a little bit quieter, especially if we're going to be using it in CQB locations like SOCOM. But for right now, I think this is adequate for her. I did end up getting, after all the work I put into this gun, I did end up getting a good deal on a MP5 for her. And that was the gun that I wanted to get her. The only thing is the one that I ended up getting doesn't have the collapsible stock like I wanted. But it should be small enough still. That gun is, I would say, only a few ounces lighter than this one. Actually, it might not even be lighter. This gun is fairly light. I have an ICS pistol that I'm in the process of building. Actually, it's built. I'm just trying to work out a couple of problems with it, not with the gearbox not turning over. Again, it sounds like and it seems like it's a shim problem, but I know that's shimmed perfectly. I'm a master at shimming on ICS gearboxes. And let me see if I can grab it just to give you a look at what it looks like. Now, you'd be surprised. This is an ICS gun. Metal, everything is metal. Full metal except the grip. This is also PVC, but this is only on here temporarily just to clean up the look for now. Same ICS pistol front end. This is the stock, the buffer tube adapter, so you don't have it. And this gun, this is what the my ICS originally came as, an ICS pistol. And all I did was put it back together with an extra gearbox and stuff that I had. I'm still working on an issue with it, not when I have the upper in here and everything is closed up, for some reason it won't turn over, even with just an S90 spring. But this gun, with all of this metal, or aluminum, or whatever you want to call it, is lighter than this JG. By a lot. And it may be the buffer tube, but it didn't seem that way. Even when I took the buffer tube off, it still felt quite a bit heavier. Now, this has a version 2 gearbox, whereas this has the ICS split gearbox setup, and those ICS split gearboxes are slightly heavier than the complete version 2 gearbox. So just to give you an idea of what I'm working with, building this as a backup gun for CQB, and also I have a family member, a cousin who's close to my age, who keeps telling me that he's going to come out and join me. He was over here yesterday, and when I showed him this design, he said it was perfect, except the buttstock is in the way. You shouldn't have a buttstock on something this small. What does he know? Anyway, but after talking to him about it, I was like, oh, alright, let me put the ICS together. Hopefully I can get this running by Saturday. He says he's coming. I don't know. He's said that he was coming to games 5 or 6 times already, and he's never shown up. But if I can get this run, let's see if he likes it. And I tried to explain to him that the stocks do make a difference, even with airsoft, you know, having that extra bit of stability. But we'll see. I also have other guns that he'll be able to play with, so even if he doesn't like this, he has the option. I'm probably going to build this one and sell it or whatever, I don't know. But this is Schwell doing another video because pretty much I'm bored and I should be cleaning up again, but whatever. I don't want to, okay? I don't want to clean up. But stay tuned for more videos. I've been making videos. I've done a couple of event videos for games that are outside of the Central Florida area, but for some reason every time I upload them to YouTube they get deleted saying some type of violation. I've sent them emails trying to figure out what the violations are, but I've never gotten a response. So what I'm thinking is that my account has been hacked or something. I'm not sure. But because there's no music, as you guys know, in most of my stuff I don't put music on it, and if I do put music on it, it's music that I make with my music making equipment. I don't need to steal anybody's music, so this is what I got. So I don't understand. Alright, this is Schwell with another video. Hopefully this one will let me upload, and you guys go out there, have fun, and be safe. Oh, and stay tuned for some more in-game videos that I'm going to be doing. I ordered a new camera from eBay, a little cheap camera to be doing the videos with, and we'll see how that works. It's really small. It's a clip on your shirt. So we'll see how that works. And this is Schwell. I'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, you give me the chance, I'll make you famous.